Getting training contracts, I think, is harder and harder. Every time I look at and interview graduates, I always feel slightly in awe of everything they've done and look at what I achieved at the same point in my career. I think the key thing is being able to demonstrate through things you've done, both in your studies but also outside, to show that you're a team player, that you've got resilience. Resilience is a really important tool for a career in the law. That's not sort of just being able to work long hours, but it's about being able to deal with highly stressful situations and juggling a number of things at any one time. And I think you can show that in so many different ways. You don't have to have been, the captain of the hockey squad. You don't have to have climbed Kilimanjaro. There was a guy I interviewed once who was holding down 4 jobs while he was at university, and that showed tremendous resilience to me. It showed ambition, it showed self-motivation, all the things you really need to be a good lawyer. And needless to say, I offered him the job. New recruits often lack an element of confidence in terms of being able to just feel their way to the right answer. There's quite rarely a right or wrong. The law is incredibly grey, and I think a good lawyer is a lawyer who can say, I know the law says this, I know we're not allowed to do that, but actually there's something in between, and just go with your gut instinct. And I think at law school you're so wedded to the law that you don't really develop that gut instinct. I think that you are very well versed at drafting a beautiful piece of work, which you've had to do both at university or at law school, and you could write a very nice sort of 4 or 5 page opinion. Clients don't look for that anymore. They want something in 2 or 3 sentences, something they can read very quickly when they're on the move. And so I think that's a skill that new recruits need to learn very quickly, is to be able to catch somebody's attention in a very short space. The legal profession has changed considerably since when I started. It's much more global. It's quite rare now for me personally to have a situation that's just UK focused. And I'm an employment lawyer, and employment is quite a domestic subject, but yet even my subject matter now has become more global, and clients always want a global view of something. They're looking about how that may impact their operations in the US, in Asia, etc. And the law does evolve. It evolves relatively quickly, and with Brexit coming, there's going to be a lot of opportunity and a lot of challenges for lawyers as the law evolves away from the EU model towards the UK domestic model again. I think that lawyers will be required to be even more international. So I think those who are interested in working overseas or who just have an international aspect to their work will be very much in demand. For me, commercial awareness is thinking not what is the legal answer, it's about what does the business want to do and how is the business going to do it. Because pretty much you can get to where you want to get to, but it's about getting there with the minimum amount of risk. And I think sometimes that needs to be a longer process than the client wants. And I think a good lawyer with commercial awareness doesn't look at a problem as just a legal problem. They look at it in terms of, what impact is this going to have on other elements of the business? What impact could it have on clients? What impact could it have on shareholders and investors? And thinking about the problem in a much wider context. I would encourage anyone who wants to go into the law, or anyone who's already in the law, to spend time at a client's offices, whether it be working in-house for a period of time or going on a client's secondment, because I think it's when you're in a client and you really understand what's important to a business and what makes a business tick, that you can really feel that you've got some commercial awareness that you can then bring back and apply to the legal problems that you're answering.